the Los Angeles Convention Center plays host as the automotive world gathers to see the latest new car introductions from one of the industry's main events. It's the LA Auto Show. So whether you're serious about cars or just curious about what's rolling down tomorrow's roads, sit back, buckle up, and hang on as Fox Sports takes you for a ride around the LA Auto Show like you've never seen. Welcome to the LA Auto Show. Hello everybody, I'm Dietrich. Well, California leads the nation in EV sales. A full 22% of new cars sold in the Golden State are electric, making it a perfect opportunity for the automakers here to make their electric introductions. But even so, price, dependability, range, and infrastructure all cause pause for potential EV buyers. We've all seen those YouTube and TikTok videos of long lines and broken charging stations. Nevertheless, ask any EV owner what they think, and most will tell you they love their electric car. And they say those issues, well, they're way overblown as they wave goodbye to every gas station they pass. And we have our Fox Sports Auto Show team here, Nick Miles and Mike Caudill, here to show you all the new metal and give you some perspective, whether it's gas or electric. Now, one of the most anticipated introductions here at the LA Auto Show comes to us from a company named Lucid. Here with the story is Nick.
So what has the biggest weight at the show? It is definitely the Lucid Gravity. I'm not talking about Newton's Law, I'm talking about this brand new SUV. This has 440 plus horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. It'll tow around 6,000 pounds. It has a frunk that you can sit in.
I'm really a big believer in trying to eliminate compromise for the customer. You know, most people that look for a 3-row SUV in this space, they really expect a vehicle that can do everything really, really well. If I have kids, I go surfing, I go mountain biking. I want that flexibility, I want that space, but I don't want a big lumbering vehicle that I have trouble parking at Costco. And I like to drive, I like performance. And of course, I care about sustainability, so range and using less energy is key. Everybody's making electric vehicles, and they're not all created equal. We're really up for the challenge to be an absolute leader on the cutting edge of what I consider to be EV excellence. Design has to communicate capability.
The average American house uses 30 kilowatt hours of power every day.
Yeah.
Your car has 4 days worth of electricity in it, but you seem to be getting more out of it than your competitors are. What's the secret to your sauce?
It's our in-house technology. It really starts with that. So you got to be able to get more power out of less energy. We're really, really expert at that, but it's also system efficiency. And then of course aerodynamics plays a huge role, and of course keeping weight under control because electric cars are heavy. The whole point of all of this effort is to bring that to a bigger market at a more affordable price in the future.
This vehicle will start under $80,000. It's going to come with a lot of very cool accoutrements. A 34-inch OLED screen on the inside is already a reason to buy this vehicle. When I get to drive the Gravity next year, this could definitely make the lists of vehicles I'm most excited about here in LA.
What's amazing about the LA Auto Show is, of course, it's based in Los Angeles, where California car culture really exists in the current automotive market. And automakers flock from around the world to not only design and show off their new vehicles, but they use this as a launching pad to gauge consumer feedback as well. Here during LA Auto Show Week, Ram introduced the new Ram 1500 MCA. This is the new Ram for the new model year, and they've adopted the high-performance Hurricane motor, which is going to change up how this vehicle drives. It'll come in both a gas and electric version, and they'll have an upscale tungsten interior trim package that will set this truck apart, providing more upscale luxury. They've integrated an onboard power inverter into this truck for powering your tools, and Ram will integrate in hands-free Level 2 driving technology. Also during the LA Auto Show Week, Ram showing off their all-electric Ram Charger. It'll be debuted in 2025 to the consumer, and this vehicle right here will be powered by a gas motor that generates electricity.
What the Ram Charger allows is that peace of mind to be flexible. As long as you either have a source of fuel, such as gasoline that will charge the Ram Charger generator, or the ability to plug in the infrastructure. And on a long trip, you could do both. If you're in a corridor with good charging infrastructure, that may be the choice that the Ram Charger driver wants to take advantage of. If they go more remote and there's still gasoline, then they use that.
Their targeted range, get this, a category-leading 690 miles. But you can't talk trucks without talking horsepower. 663 horsepower on this Ram Charger with a 0 to 60 time of a blistering 4.4 seconds and a towing capacity of 14,000 pounds. And guys, what's most amazing about that Ram Charger is that it is all electric, and I think there's a lot of confusion in the market when it comes to electrification. But what's unique is that both trucks and sedans in the electric category are blistering fast. Imagine taking that Ram Charger and pairing it up in a drag race against a Ford Mustang. It'll be a challenge to see which one wins.
Up next, Mike finds the most affordable cars at the show. Plus, we have a lot more sports cars, trucks, and SUVs as Fox Sports coverage of the LA Auto Show continues. Well, welcome back. Well, this is the 2024 F-150 Tremor, and the reason we're starting at the back, it has an all-new tailgate. Here to tell us about it is Mike Levine from Ford. Mike, tell us about this tailgate, because this is supposed to end tailgate wars, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is the tailgate to end the tailgate wars. We call it the Pro Access Tailgate, and we're giving customers more ways to get easier access to the cargo box. So there's a door now right in the middle of the tailgate, and let's say you're towing a trailer. You can't lower the tailgate down because the trailer might be blocking it. This door gives you easy access to things that you might need to get out of the cargo box. Of course, you can close the door as well, and when you do, you can lower it just like a traditional tailgate. So whether you're towing or empty, you've got easy access to the tailgate. It's also enabling you to reach deeper into the cargo box as well, so you can reach further back without having to climb into the back of the truck.
Let's talk about the rest of the vehicle. What did you do different on the Tremor?
Tremor is one of our off-road F-150s. So for 24, we've given it a bit more ground clearance, so it can go a couple more places. And also, if you go to the front of the truck, you'll see it's got unique styling now. It stands out a bit more apart from the lineup, worthy of what the Tremor is. And one of those innovations with design is a modular front bumper. So you're asking, what can you do with a modular front bumper? Well, if you want to add special accessories to it, like a winch, we're making it easier to do that with the modular front bumper. And you can also remove the sides if you need to. Gives you a bit more clearance so that you can go more places.
All right, there you go, the 2024 F-150 Tremor.
Welcome to the Nissan booth. Guess what? There is a refreshed Rogue on the floor. This is the Platinum edition of the Rogue. The front is new as well as the back, and they have made it super luxurious. And for the first time ever, they get that new logo in there, which is backlit as well. And the guy that has all the information on the inside where the biggest changes are taking place is Nick Rees. Nick, you're in charge of SUVs.
We call it Google built-in. It's the first Nissan to have Google built-in. And you can see here on 12.3-inch HD color touchscreen. It's awesome.
You can sign on to this, and it now uses the Maps version. There is an awful lot of depth in this. You might just say it's powered by Google, but when you get into layers, I mean, you can set it for the keys, you can do a lot of things with it.
The 3 layers are, it gives you the Google Maps, which most people are familiar with that. It gives you the Google Play with tons of apps you can use, and then the Google Assistant, which is awesome. So if you're in the car, you just say, hey, G, turn the AC down to 68, we'll do that. This comes standard with all the safety technologies that we have. It's called Nissan Safety Shield 360, comprised of 6 technologies that surround the car.
And the thing I love about the Nissans is the zero gravity seats.
This Rogue Platinum has zero gravity in the front and in the rear.
Wow.
Reducing the fatigue if you're on a long vacation drive. It's really awesome to sit in.
One of the coolest sports cars right here at the LA International Auto Show is this. It's the Nissan Z Nismo, 420 horsepower, and get this, it's just around $60,000 starting price, depending on availability, because it's such a cool vehicle. But if this didn't make your Christmas list, you know what might? These very sexy pajamas. Now, Daniel Patrick designed these. They look very much like the vehicle. You can see red stripes along the bottom.
I like to have fabrics that are cozy, make people feel comfortable. That's kind of my mantra in terms of like choosing fabrics and the way I design clothes.
Here's the downside. There are only 50 pairs, so you probably want to get to the website now to check them out. Now, are you going to get a pair of these on your Christmas list?
I would like to. I mean, like they might sell out. I might even miss out, you know. Have to wear the sample.
Dear Santa, that's how my email begins.
Here in Tinseltown at the LA Auto Show, it's a lot of cool cars on carpet, right? But if you're a consumer sitting at home watching, you're probably wondering, can I afford most of these cars? Well, you're gonna love this segment right here. It's all about the most affordable cars here at the LA Auto Show, and it starts with this one right here. At $20,000, it's the Chevy Trax, and just by that cacti exterior green color, you can tell that this vehicle right here has a muscular look to it. Starting at $20,000 as noted, you can get all 5 trim levels of the Chevy Trax for under $30,000. And also making the affordability list here at the LA Auto Show is the Honda HR-V. It starts at $24,100. But this car is actually special. It's a crossover utility vehicle, so you get a little bit more bang for your buck. Safety features: adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, front crash avoidance, rear pedestrian detection, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the list goes on and on and on. So if you're looking for a vehicle that has a little bit more cargo space and room, you gotta check this one out right here, the Honda HR-V. And you can't talk affordability without talking about Toyota and the Corolla. Little trivia, my first car that I ever owned was a Toyota Corolla, although the pricing is a little bit different for this newer model here. You're looking at about $21,000, but the best part is if you're looking to shove your first kid out the door to college, this is gonna be a great option. Why? Because Toyota's Safety Sense security and safety packaging comes with this vehicle. So you want front crash avoidance, rear pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, all of those features, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, come with the now cool Toyota Corolla. All right, so all of the affordable vehicles I've shown you thus far have all been gas powered, but I keep hearing all these stories about how painful, how expensive electric cars are. Come on, man. This is the Nissan Leaf, and it starts at $28,140. And it's electrified, which means, guess what, baby? You're gonna be able to plug this thing in your garage at the house and charge it up for a fun little ride. You know what's cool about this? You can also get tax credits on it as well to reduce that price even further, but you better act fast because those tax credits might be running out. All right, guys, in my pursuit of finding the most affordable car here at the show and giving you all kinds of options, I found the one that's the most affordable not only here at the show, but actually across the country. And it's this right here, the Nissan Versa. You ready for this? Yeah, that's right. Lift up all your couch cushions and find that spare change, baby, because you're going to be able to afford this at $16,100. The Nissan Versa, packed with all kinds of cool features, including all of Nissan's safety standard features. Yeah, this one right here, my #1 pick for affordability. All right, so I was able to bring you guys all the affordable cars here at the LA Auto Show, but affordability is in the eye of the beholder, right? It depends on your wallet and pocketbook. Well, if you want the most affordable supercar that's American, it's this right here. Starting at about $67,000. Yeah, baby, it's the Chevy Corvette.
Coming up, overlanding makes its presence here, and Jeep's got a new Gladiator. It's all coming to you as Fox Sports brings you the LA Auto Show. Please stay with us. Well, the LA Auto Show has a new exhibit here. It's the Overland Outpost. You'll find products like this Jeep Gladiator that's outfitted for just about anything off-road. But guess what? There's a new Jeep Gladiator. We're going to take a look at it, the 2024 Jeep Gladiator. The Jeep Gladiator, their truck-based adventure vehicle, what Jeep likes to say is the world's most off-road capable truck.
Gladiator is a serious lifestyle truck. So we wanted to showcase the range so that everybody that wants a Gladiator to do lifestyle things with and push their Jeeps to the limits, they knew what those new limits were.
It features an all-new redesigned front grille. You can outfit your Gladiator with full doors, half doors, or how about no doors? And if you pull off the roof, your Gladiator becomes an open-air truck. Inside, 12-way adjustable and heated seats, a 12.3-inch touchscreen mated with nice big knobs for that cool Jeep look and feel. The new Jeep Gladiator boasts best-in-class payload and towing, up to 7,700 pounds. The new 2024 Jeep Gladiator, super fun wherever you take it. Now for more on the Overland Outpost, here's Mike.
All right, thanks, Tor. When you think about the automotive aftermarket, you think about muscle cars and vehicles that are slammed on the ground, but that is not the case. The largest and fastest growing category in the automotive industry right now is the wonderful world of overlanding, which means amazing vehicles that go off-road. So I am here in the OVR Mag booth at the LA Auto Show. First time in 116 years that they've actually allowed somebody other than an automaker to come up to the main floor. We're here in the South Hall.
What we want to show people is everything about wheel-based adventure. How can you go buy that car over there with the OEs and then continue your adventure outside the showroom and into the outdoors? All right, right behind me is a Ford-controlled Jeep, a 1962. It was made for chasing Baja. It's got a rooftop tent, super rad, solid axles front and rear, a crazy amount of capability, and super weird because they're fairly rare and you just don't see them built up like this. And this is the one I would take home.
All right, we're gonna make our way over here really fast. I don't know, is this a Land Cruiser, a Land Rover, a 4Runner? I don't know what I'm looking at, but I can tell you this thing is awesome.
You can't get this body style of Land Cruiser in the US. So this is called a 70 series. And what they did was they took an 80 series chassis, put a 70 series truck body on it, and turned it into this epic overlander with this awesome pickup bed on it and rooftop tent. These things are really rare.
All right, what's next?
So this thing is super rad. This is a vintage Grand Wagoneer, which, I mean, how can you not love vintage vehicles? We want to show people that getting to the outdoors isn't about getting a new vehicle. It's not about getting a big vehicle or small. It's whatever you have. And the guys over at KC Highlights built this for adventuring, and this thing's been all over, and it really works. We love seeing the vintage vehicles. Reminds us of hanging out with our grandpa out in the outdoors as a kid.
All right, Sean, we just made our way over to an electric truck meant for overlanding. What's this thing?
All right, so behind us is a Rivian R1T. What's special about the one behind you is it was entered in an all-female competition called the Rebel Rally, and it has a driver and a navigator, no GPS. They have to do traditional map navigation, and this is the winner of the class. The cool thing about EVs and overlanding is they can power your entire campsite. This is the Bronco from Canyon Coolers. In fact, our booth has a bunch of Broncos, including this one that is towing a pin drop trailer. So this shows you, how you can have an extended stay in the backcountry. But we also have a Bronco Raptor just behind us as well that is kind of made for overlanding, and that's what we like to call the go fast overlanding. Lots of guys like to get out there and cover 100 miles, but get to camp by 3 o'clock. You would do it in that vehicle with big shocks and big tires.
What is this?
Okay, so people have seen these things and they go, oh, it looks like it came from Mars or it's a lunar rover or something. These are called shift pods. They take about a minute to set up. They're insulated. It's the nicest, warmest, quietest, darkest tent you can get. They are awesome for outdoors. You don't need a rooftop tent to go overland. You could actually have a shift pod. They also make these tents for firefighters fighting wildland fires as well. And so there's a great story behind shift pod, and part of it is this massive vehicle behind us.
Dude, it's not often you find a vehicle that is this much bigger than me, but this one is.
This is an LMT. This is a former military vehicle, and shift pod uses it as their marketing arm to promote the brand. But what shift pod's doing is, if you remember, I think it's Hurricane Otis hit Acapulco not too long ago. The owners of shift pod are taking this vehicle and 2 tractor trailer loads down, filled with 1,500 of those shift pods to provide shelter for those who lost their homes in the hurricane down there. So not only can overlanding be great for a weekend, but you can also help families out and use that gear to, survive when you might not have shelter over your head.
All right, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much, Sean. Here's the best part, right, is at the LA Auto Show, we're seeing new cars that are hitting dealerships nationwide, but the best part is you actually get a little bit of adventure as well.
Any guesses what this new car is? No, you're wrong. It's actually a Subaru Forester. And to find out what they did for the 2024 Subaru Forester, we got a chance to ask Bill Stokes some questions.
It's an all-new vehicle, and we tried very hard not to mess with the things that people love about the Forester, because we do have a lot of very passionate owners, a lot of very loyal customers who love the current Forester. It's all new from the ground up in terms of design. The underlying structure is stiffer and more rigid, but the utility of the vehicle is the same. It's still got the symmetrical all-wheel drive system, actually tweaked a little bit to give a little bit more confidence in corners and things like that. It has 8.7 inches of ground clearance, same as the previous one. It's not dramatically larger than the old one. It's been repackaged a bit, so it has more cargo space, but it's not substantially larger because customers tell us they like the current size. They don't want a bigger car. We tried to make sure that this vehicle had a lot of refinement and a lot of technology and safety that were improvements over the previous version. This Forester has the latest version of EyeSight. It has 3 cameras now with a wider range of view. It has quicker recognition of obstacles and can respond more quickly. It also has an 11.6-inch touchscreen on most models, wireless charging and Apple CarPlay on most of the lineup. The seats are redesigned to give more support but also be more comfortable. Customers are asking for as much utility as possible. They're looking for a vehicle that is easy to maneuver, easy to park, easy to fit in their garage, but with as much space inside and as much ease of using that space as possible. So we've tried to make sure that utility and functionality is baked into the vehicle.
The look is definitely the most dynamic thing on the brand new Subaru Forester. It gets a very bold, robust front end. You get to the side and there are new wheels on all of these new trim levels. It's a much more squared off body. The inside is where it gets really really robust. The vehicle has a very high-end interior. Lots of space on the inside, including wireless charging. They also make sure that you have comfortable seats in the back with heating in the second row. And at the trunk, we're going to find a couple of things that make Subaru extremely dynamic. Below, you can have your safe stuff. There's enough room to put a laptop under here for safety, to make sure if you're going to leave the car and go into the sea swimming, that all your goods are actually hidden on the back shelf. And get this is very cool. Here on the side of the tailgate, there are hooks as well, and you can hang something like a lamp off of those or a carabiner off of those with a rope. Whatever you need to do, there is tons of places to store stuff in the back of this, including the shelving system, which is hidden away. How many times have you taken this shelf out in a car somewhere and put it in your garage, and then when you need it, you never have it with you? Well, now there's a place for it to fit under the floor in this brand new 2024 Subaru Forester.
Looking for a boost in your life? Well, I think I found it right here with the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. It's Hyundai's first performance-based electric vehicle and very racetrack capable. But with 4 doors and room in the back, it can easily be an everyday driver. The Ioniq 5N features dual electric motors, pumping out a heart-stopping 641 horsepower. Hyundai's even added a feature called Grin Boost, similar to Racing Boost used in traditional race cars. But of course, this is the electric version. The Ioniq 5N has even been tested on the famous Nürburgring racetrack in Germany. Inside, Hyundai luxury and technology, racing seats, and mock manual shifting, just like race cars you see at the track. There you have it, the Ioniq 5N. As Hyundai says, highly charged, high performance. Coming up, gaming for the road, we got you covered. And what's new from GM and Toyota, plus more sports cars, including a $300,000 Ford. It's all coming to you as Fox Sports coverage of the LA Auto Show continues. Welcome back. Well, attention gamers, I found the ultimate gaming van just for you. And here to talk about it is Hung Tran from Full Squad Gaming. Tell me about what you did to this Ford Transit.
Yeah, so we converted this Ford Transit into the ultimate gamer van. The front's got a PC for gaming, we've got a podcast station as well, and in the back we've got 2 video game consoles for gamers to play.
So tell me the fun that you guys have done in this thing.
We started in LA and we stopped by Sawtell, one of the best neighborhoods in LA. And we opened up the van and we had gamers walking down the street and competing in games and tournaments, and they could win other consoles. So they won PlayStations, Xboxes, anything that you could imagine they could win that day.
Is there a game of choice?
Depends on the person. There are a lot of games out there. I'm a Call of Duty fan myself.
So you're running pretty much everything?
Yeah, we can do anything in this van. It's amazing.
How'd you develop the van?
We worked with Ford to create the ultimate gamer van. So we've got the consoles in the back, we've got the PCs up front, and then there's a podcast station as well for us to create content. And at TwitchCon this year, we had 6 of the world's biggest content creators doing interviews in the back of the van. It's a way for us and Ford to reach gamers in real life.
Okay, obviously this is a very different experience for kids when they're outside gaming. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's nice to touch a little grass sometimes and get outside, but this is a way for kids to get outside and for us to reach people anywhere.
All right, there you have it. The Ford Transit, the ultimate gaming van from Full Squad Gaming.
Hey, guess what's all new at the LA International Auto Show? It's not this pretty face, because that's pretty old, but it is this brand new Toyota Crown Signia. This is their new SUV version of the Crown, and it has that hammerhead front end, but this vehicle has some gems under the hood. 243 horsepower out of a 2.5 liter dual overhead cam. 2 electric motor generators are also in this vehicle, making it all-wheel drive. This is a hybrid. Apart from the beautiful exterior styling, there's some things on the inside which have upped the scale of what Crown are doing. Beautiful leather accoutrements, they have a big screen, Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0. We're talking about the latest in technology, safety, and luxury, all married into one vehicle. Now at the back, when you lay those seats flat, you get 6.5 feet of space, and they're lay flat seats thanks to some very cool new mechanism. This is just the beginning of what Toyota is showing at the LA International Auto Show. Check this out. Not that Camry needed to up its game, but it absolutely did. This is a 4-cylinder 2.5-liter engine. It's going to put out 232 horsepower. Very much like the Crown Signia, this vehicle is mated to a hybrid. Yep, it's only going to be available in hybrid. There is no more gas version of the Camry. This has the hammerhead design here at the front, smooth grille. It has that sleek LED headlight. I want to show you something at the back of the vehicle which is absolutely mouth-dropping. Check this out. They've used the black roof on this vehicle, but look how it goes down here to the back. This is an optical illusion. The roof ends actually here, but because of the way they've done the paint here on the side of the vehicle, it actually looks more like a sport coupe. It has full headroom, but also gives you all of that sporty look because of the very big optical illusion. And check the inside out. Red leather on the inside of this particular version. This vehicle is second to none when it comes to luxury, and it comes to all the accoutrements that you're ready for. This vehicle is now wider, slightly stronger. The great thing about this vehicle is it is the go-to for American families. This is an absolute out of the park for Toyota.
When you think of high-end luxury American cars, the first name that comes to mind is Cadillac, but you don't think of Cadillac as a high-performance car. Well, that's not the case here at the LA Auto Show. This right here is the Cadillac CT4 Type V Blackwing. This thing is all about horsepower. Cadillac also has the CT5 that was recently debuted, and it has a new front grille on it, new exterior design, and mounted inside the larger front grille are vertical lighting and stacked LED headlamps. Not to mention, you'll also be able to get the CT5 in a sport model with a variety of enhancements, bringing it lower to the ground with a wider stance. On the interior, you get a 33-inch diagonal LED display. Google will be built in.
We have customers that are extremely tech savvy. They want that highest level of not only comfort, convenience, but they want that technology as well. So let's give them everything that they're asking for. The same stuff that they'd have in their living room, we're putting that right into their vehicle so they're comfortable with it.
Super Cruise will be available for the CT5 with driver attention assist, and you'll get blind zone steering assist as well, not to mention automatic emergency braking. Under the hood, you'll get a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine producing 335 horsepower with 405 pounds-feet of torque, and the same V performance brakes you get on the CT4 are also on the CT5. You know, and guys, if you think about Cadillac as a whole, it is the upscale luxury brand or division of General Motors. Well, what's between Chevrolet and Cadillac? It's actually GMC. Let's take a look at the new Acadia and what this awesome SUV means for families. The 2024 GMC Acadia has bulked up. Not only is it longer by 10.6 inches, but it is also taller by 3.2 inches.
We definitely heard from our customers that they love the space that the bigger size gives them, whether it be for kids, whether it be for grown-up passengers, or whether it be for luggage and carrying things. So we've delivered with this vehicle, and customers think it offers great value for money because of that size.
It'll get a new, bold, and sophisticated exterior, and the best part is it can seat up to 8 passengers. On the interior, you'll get a 15-inch premium infotainment touchscreen, and that will come standard on all trim levels. You'll get 80% more cargo space behind the third row, 36% more cargo space behind the second row, and you'll get increased horsepower up to 328 to be precise, and a new towing capacity of about 5,000 pounds. And you'll get Super Cruise for the first time offered on the Acadia. There'll be up to 9 available camera views and 20 major new safety features, including side bicycle alert.
Up next, click. You can now buy a car on Amazon. And Hyundai shows their latest 3-row SUV with their all-new Santa Fe. Plus, we visit that other show up the road for a taste of the good life. Please stay with us. Well, Hyundai has once again shocked everyone here in LA. They have a lot going on. Look at this beautiful product behind me. That's the all-new 2024 Santa Fe, and here to tell us about it is once again Olabisi Boyle. Come in here. Olabisi, by the way, she's the head of product planning. This is a fun plan.
Built in the U.S., designed for the U.S. It's got a muscular stance, 2.5-liter standard. It's got an HEV option because we want to satisfy our internal combustion customers as well as our eco-friendly customers. It's got a plush interior. It's got a panoramic new infotainment screen that is plush with two 12.3-inch screens for the infotainment and for your instrument cluster. It takes the Santa Fe to the next level.
Well, this is a 3-row SUV.
It's a 3-row. What we've done in the rear is expanded the liftgate and made it wider for using this vehicle when you're out on your adventures. It's kind of got a lower up front so you can sit in it from the back and tailgate, and you can fit everything you need to.
You already have a large 3-row SUV. Will you compare the two for me?
We got a 3-row, we got the Palisade, which you're familiar with, but as we design these vehicles, everything's getting a tad bit longer because there's a lot of family needs that we wanted to accommodate. And we did a lot of research to see how they're using the vehicle, and so this gets bigger, but it doesn't take away from our 3-row Palisade. That also gets a little bit bigger.
I think I want to save the best for last year. You hooked up with Amazon.
We look at this holistically, especially as we're making this EV transformation. Not only do you have to have world-class product, you have to also understand how people own or access the vehicle, how people pay for the vehicle, how people charge in their vehicle. Now, we also want to make sure that customer experience, how they own, access the vehicle, is also met. And how best and to partner with people who know how to do customer experience the best. And that's Amazon.
All I want to know is, can I buy my Hyundai through Prime? Do I need Prime?
We won't talk about whether it's through Prime. We will say through Amazon next year.
Okay, so that's coming next year. This is coming in spring.
Yes.
The all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. Olabisi, thanks.
Thank you.
What a great car.
Thank you.
All right, at the Kia stand, there are two vehicles which they have brought here as concept cars, but they were first seen at the very first EV Day in South Korea. Jeff Jablansky is here from Kia. Jeff, these EV3 and 4 are demonstrations of something that Kia might do in the future.
Concepts EV3 and EV4 show a vision of our future. We're here in Los Angeles, which is the barometer for the EV consumers to test the waters with two very different kinds of body styles.
Let's talk about some of the materials, because you have partnered with some great people who are doing things like cleaning up the ocean.
Our partnership with the Ocean Cleanup means that we are helping take plastic out of the ocean with the goal of eventually using recycled plastic in a way that's more sustainable, more future forward in our cars. All of this is to make the future better, more recyclable, and from an end-to-end perspective, we're moving that direction so that you can say that you're buying a car responsibly and you're living responsibly as well.
I like the idea that you're using mushrooms in the seats, because it's like something we use to consume can actually be used as a long-term product, and then it's 100% recyclable.
What mushrooms can do for us is incredible. We're working with an advanced design team based in Korea and working with Rhode Island School of Design out in Providence to take research and find ways to replace wood, leather, plastic in a way that is durable. It's going to stand the test of time, but also be something that you're going to want in your next Kia.
There's a lot of sounds, a lot of sights here, a lot of materials, but the color is really quite demonstrating of calmness.
And in the back, you have what feels like a living room couch. So we're trying to take the concept of the relaxing cocoon of the interior, replace the word cockpit, and talk about how this is really a place you want to spend time. We don't make concept cars for the sake of making concept cars so they sit here like bricks. These concepts definitely are showing the way to the future.
These look beautiful, and all I can do is cross my fingers and hope they end up on the streets of LA and North America.
Welcome to the 72nd annual Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Of course, we are here in beautiful Monterey where the cars are the stars. Quick setup of the show here. You know, it's where they bring vintage and old vehicles together with some of the newest and most modern vehicles on the market. You know, it's great because they've even got, I mean, people are here, the rallies are bringing their cars in, they're driving in. Alfa Romeo doing that, showcasing not only the new Tonale, but also showcasing that you can drive some of these vintage vehicles here as well. Now, guys, over my shoulder, you know, I was thinking about this right here. This is the all-new Infiniti monograph, and it is a look, a glimpse at the future of the brand. When you talk about exterior styling, this one is bold. They're looking to compete with Mercedes and BMW, big aggressive wheels on the side, and this front grille really sets it apart. And to close it out, guys, I've got two super high performance vehicles for you. starting with Lamborghini, celebrating 60 years of history. This is awesome. They're running you through an entire timeline of Lamborghinis from start to finish, but the Revelto, which is a 1,000 horsepower plug-in hybrid electric vehicle.
The models are matching with the values of the brand, and the design and the performance is outstanding. So it's important that if you buy a Lamborghini, you are fulfilling a dream. So we always have to overachieve what they think about our cars.
Guys, a lot of great news here in Pebble Beach at the Concours d'Elegance.
Coming up, Mustang Mike celebrates Mustang history, and we wrap the show with our final thoughts from the LA Auto Show. Welcome back. Well, Ford, they're celebrating 59 years of the Mustang. Next year, their big 60th. And guess what? We have a preview here with Mustang Mike.
All right, thanks, Tor. You know what? The Mustang dates back to 1964. And when Ford first brought this vehicle to market, Lee Iacocca, who was the vice president and general manager of Ford Division, anticipated 100,000 units being sold. Well, guess what? They sold 400,000 of them, and the starting price of the Mustang in '65, $2,328. I had to say that slow so you could actually digest how cheap that was at the time. Fast forward to today, you've got the Ford Mustang and you've got the Ford Dark Horse. They launched 8 new vehicles in 2023, but here at the LA Auto Show, it's all about the Ford Mustang GT California Special. So what makes it different? Well, California is car culture country, right? This is where automotive makers come to take their top down with this convertible right here. Now, the paint scheme on this goes back to the original 1964-1965 Mustang with the blue stripe called Rave Blue around this vehicle with black bezels up on front highlighted with that same Rave Blue. Now, earlier in the year at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, Ford showed off this vehicle right here, an all-race version of the Ford Mustang called the GTD. That stands for Grand Touring Daytona. 800 horsepower, 5.2-liter V8, 0 to 60 in less time than it takes you to put on your seatbelt. The exterior, complete carbon fiber. That's right, guys. There's a lot of pavement-pounding performance with this Ford Mustang right here. And guys, I'll close it out with this. Starting price, right around $300,000.
Well, I'm here with Nick and Mike here to wrap up the show. All right, Nick, we got to start with that Gravity. What do you think?
Definitely a revolution versus an evolution. The technology is absolutely unbelievable. You're talking about 200 kilowatt hours for the competition. They're doing it with 113, 0 to 60 in 3.5. That's a V8. This is out of an electric vehicle. It's a 3-row SUV with a frunk and a trunk. It's the adventure vehicle of tomorrow, and Lucid are doing all this starting at under $80,000, and that is a mouth dropper.
Wow, Model X competition right there.
They made the coefficient of drag so low. They made the battery technology twice as efficient than anything else on the market. And that's before you get to the design and the luxury and the usability and the utility and the safety. They have nailed it.
Well, Mike, we know that Ram is taking a different approach, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I can almost one-up the range when we start talking about the Ram Charger. But before I do that, I just want to talk about the California car culture, right? Here at the LA Auto Show, people come down, they can check out these really great cars. If they want to participate, check out the show. But California is also a car culture, and the reason I'm bringing this up is that Ram is actually not here at the show, but they used this week during the auto show to showcase the new Ram 1500 and the Ram Charger, which is really kind of unique. They're using the culture to show off the vehicle. So the 1500 will get a mild refresh, new front design on it, new rear design, but the Ram Charger is absolutely what we want to talk about. Try and think about this, under 700 miles of range with the Ram Charger. I mean, you want to talk about impressive, and the reason and the way they're getting to that is they're using a gas motor to power the electric motor.
I think that's a game changer for the construction crowd, right? Because they're very worried about range anxiety and running out of power, especially if they're hooking up power tools.
You can have your cake and eat it too.
Let's talk a couple sedans, all right? We saw the Camry was here.
Yeah, so the Camry's a monster, and if you didn't know how much of a monster it is, this is about the fifth selling car in the United States. It goes to 3 trucks, RAV4, and then the Camry, right? So it's Toyota's number 2. They're going to do about 200 to 230,000 a year of these vehicles. That's a lot of cars, and it looks fresh. It has this new hammerhead front. Its numbers are great, but they're getting rid of something. There is no more gas engine in that. It's all going hybrid. Toyota will have 19 electrified vehicles in their lineup, and that's significant for those people that thought Toyota weren't heading to a carbon neutral environmental company. They are absolutely doing it.
All right, I want to hear more about the Signia too, the Crown Signia. This is a good looking SUV.
It is, and it's the same size as the Venza. It's got a lot more luxury than the Venza had. It's the same place in the market, but this is exactly what Americans want. It's this SUV where the seats fold absolutely flat, and we both know somebody who's 6'9". Diagonally, that person could sleep in the back with plenty of room in this vehicle. With a flat floor, that means suddenly it becomes cargo usable, it becomes animal usable. Everything in that vehicle becomes absolutely usable. And then it's an all-wheel drive, and then it's only in a hybrid.
All right, it wasn't the only SUV. Hyundai, I think they killed it with their new Santa Fe. It's 3-row, very different looking. They're talking about the capability of the Santa Fe. I think that's going to be interesting in the marketplace for Hyundai to put themselves out there as a off-road capable 3-row product.
Yeah, and I think what's really unique about Hyundai right now is they're hitting on all proverbial cylinders, right? You've got the new Santa Fe. They announced here at the show the new N-Line. We're talking about an electric performance race car, right? Now you look at it from the exterior, the N-Line, what's amazing about the Ioniq is that you look at it, you go, oh, it's an Ioniq. But then they've created a performance-inspired vehicle with this. And I also want to touch on this as well, transitioning from Hyundai to something I set out for here at the show. I wanted to find vehicles that were affordable, right? Interest rates, inflation, consumers, they're looking to pinch a little bit in the pocketbook. Here at the show, the most affordable car, not just on the floor, but across America, is the Nissan Versa. It's $16,130, under $20,000. Then you can add in the new Chevy Traxxas. All 5 trim levels come in under $30,000. The Honda HR-V, mid $20,000 range. There's some really affordable cars here at the show. They're not all super expensive.
All right, guys, let's move on. There was another SUV that you saw, the Forester.
You know, the Forester was the #1 seller for Subaru, and this is a very difficult space for them because you mess that up and you completely destroy a brand which is a powerhouse for them. They didn't mess it up. They made it look really super new, super cool, tons of technology. The technology, you can go on for hours and hours. We just did some really major research and found out that the #1 shopping item for people this month alone in LA is seats. They're looking at power seats. They gave it a power seat for the passenger in the upper trim levels. They gave it heated and cooled front and heated rear seats. They did everything the consumer is looking for in a package. It's modernized. It has their symmetrical all-wheel drive. They didn't take anything away. They just added. Plus the 11.6-inch screen. They have nailed it. This is going to maintain being the car that people love for their dogs, for hiking, for biking. It's the #1 in all of those categories.
I mean, they know their market like nobody else, and I'm going to end on this. I'm going to let Mike talk a lot about the GTD.
What's going on with Ford Motor Company, right? 8 new vehicles under the Mustang lineup over the last year, and they're still at 59 years. You got to get to 60 and celebrate next year, and they've given you so much to celebrate. The California Special debuting here goes back to the 64, 65 original Mustang with that rave blue color. They've added a supercharger, taking it up over 800 horsepower on the standard GT, and then, of course, as you said, Tor, the GTD. 800 plus horsepower. You've got this incredible vehicle that is all carbon fiber, carbon ceramic brakes and wheels. This thing is about blazing on the track. They want to go up against Porsche and their 911 GT3 vehicle. It's a $300,000 super fast, race-inspired, fire-breathing, pavement-pounding dragon from Ford with the GTD.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I had a lot of fun here. Unfortunately, that's about all the time we have. So for Nick Miles, Mike Caudill, I'm Tor Dietrich. For the entire crew in LA here, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the road.